Yesterday I was watching one of my favorite movies, Love Between Fairy and Devil. It's a Chinese fantasy movie that just every time I hear the music, it makes me tear up. It's a beautiful, very long movie. It takes place in a fantasy setting in China, and it talks about a fairy who, through certain circumstances, falls in love with a demon lord, even though he's not really a demon. And through the process, he has no emotions, and she is all emotional, all about love and healing, and he's kind of about destruction. And through the process, he wants her to do things. So he's manipulating her to do things, trying to boss her around and how to do things. And they're connected through a curse in which he feels all of her emotions. So she teaches him basically how to love, how to feel. But when he's not understanding these emotions, he's trying to get her to do things. And if she cries, he cries. And of course, he doesn't want to feel these things. He was separated from his emotions as a child and just doesn't get it. But through the process, she has this beautiful garden with all these flowers, and she resurrects plants and life in general. And she is actually an orchid spirit. And I've got my orchid here with me. An orchid spirit, and he's trying to understand how to take care of her, how to help her so she can do what he wants. And when she's sad and depressed, the flowers kind of wilt and die away. When she's happy and tuned into her emotions, the flowers are blooming gorgeously. And he realizes it's connected to her heart. And that really led me to Jerry Maguire, a movie that we are all familiar with being iconic in Love and You Complete Me. And we know that another human being doesn't complete us. We are complete, beautiful, and whole on our own. And that may not be something we want to believe, right? We all believe and want that great love. And it is possible here. It's possible. But the idea that someone can complete you is just not the truth. You may be fragmented in your heart and in your soul because you've lost pieces of yourself over time, through trauma, through abuse. In the movie, there is a beautiful song written by Bruce Springsteen, Secret Garden. And it talks about a woman's heart being her garden. And that if a man is let in, and these are my words, my interpretation, if a man is let in, that's a precious gift to be able to see her heart. It's a mystery. And ladies, we need to learn to guard our hearts and to put boundaries around, not as walls, right? Through any trauma or abuse you might have experienced, you can either come out of that with promiscuity and over-sexualized behaviors, or you can come out of it as afraid of intimacy, afraid to be sexual, especially if there's been sexual abuse, when your very being has been violated. Your heart, your emotions have been violated, and that really affects you in your relationships. Your relationship with yourself, relationship with your higher power, your family, and your loved ones, right? It really puts a warp on it. Even if you are conscious of it, it is something that deeply impedes how you relate and connect with others, and especially how you see yourself. So this beautiful song symbolizes the beauty of your heart, and then the beauty that is within you that goes deep. Oftentimes when we come out of trauma, especially issues of sexual abuse or something, it really makes you question yourself, makes you disassociate with yourself, a lot of time for protection. If it's PTSD or complex PTSD or stress and anxiety, it can lead to being disassociated from yourself, with how you communicate, with how you relate to others. And there are times disassociation can be very helpful when you're in certain triggering situations. It's there to protect you, but it's not the way to live, right? It's not the way to connect with your heart and thus connect with others and connect with your future partner if you're single, or if you're with someone, you may wish to deepen that relationship, that sense of intimacy, but it can be fearful. Like it might be a beautiful dream that you have, but then the execution of that can be very difficult because there's lots of limiting beliefs, there's lots of blocks, there's a lot of healing that needs to take place. And that starts with your heart. There's no way to have a successful relationship with anybody, including yourself, without healing and allowing yourself to see who you truly are. I'm not talking about personality. I'm not talking about things that you like to do and how you love you. You at your core are a divine being. But you also have your identity in that here on earth, here in this body, you have a unique set of circumstances that you are some fated, some not fated to go through. However you might look at it, there's pieces of you out there because you have let yourself go. And if you've been through a lot of trials and tribulations, you're probably empathic, or you have gifts around that, which may not feel like gifts, but essentially you're never really just in your body, feeling safe to be who you are. That's a whole nother level of intimacy, feeling safe with someone, feeling safe with yourself. But beloved, it's when I think about that movie and I think about the song Secret Garden, it is a precious, vulnerable, intimate thought that you're letting people walk through your garden. You're letting people in and they can hurt you. So many of you may have walls up to keep people out, right? Like in the movie The Secret Garden, it's something tragic happened there. A little girl passed away and people didn't know how to handle it. So the owner locked the gate and it grew over. And when another little girl came and wanted to experience it, he got very mad because the little girl that was there previously had died. So you walled up something beautiful. And if you look at that as something happening to you, to your heart, you're going to want to wall it off, block the door, lock the door, throw it away. But that's only part of living, beloved. You deserve to live in totality, healing, love, and beauty. And when trauma hurts you, hurts your heart, you also see yourself in a warped way. You may not accept yourself for who you are. You may hate yourself. And that causes weeds and dead growth to happen, even trees, flowers, plants, all of these beautiful things that represent the things that we do, the way we interact with people in life and how we see ourselves are deeply, deeply damaged. And in order to have a healthy heart, one that you cultivate, one that you grow, that is expansive, one that allows you to be you, one that allows you to see your beauty, is priceless. It's something that you need to protect with boundaries. But while you build those boundaries to keep people out of your safety zone, not walled off, because you want to have healthy relationships. You want to be able to wall out the people that are toxic, that hurt you, that abused you, so that you can feel safe. But to have healthy relationships with your friends, your families, your partners, you need to have a healthy relationship with yourself. And you may be saying, Tracy, I'm so tired of hearing this. I feel like I love myself. I pay attention to myself. I give myself what I need. Or I'm so tired of hearing about self-love and self-care. But it is so vital. If you want to have a whole, healthy relationship, you have to love yourself. It is your greatest love story. I'm only starting just to go deeper and deeper with this, higher in my love frequency for myself after going through some intense healing. But now I feel my heart space and it expands. And I'm learning to love myself and the beauty, the feminine energy that I allowed in. I didn't deny myself being feminine, but I attributed to more masculine attributes. And I'm only now just seeing how truly beautiful my heart is and how other hearts are. And seeing that beauty, no matter how my face or my body may look, my intentions, my purposes are real. My heart is beautiful. And I am beautiful. And a lot of times sometimes that just echoes back, and I feel, who are you to say that you are good looking? Who are you to say? I say, my creator says, my divine self, my higher self says, I am beautiful. You are beautiful. You are beautiful. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to have intimate, close relationships. You deserve to be whole and healed. You deserve to have a loving relationship with yourself and your creator, the divine being that you are. You deserve to have peace and ease within yourself. You're tired of struggling, tired of sitting in the dark, of not blooming. You're beautiful, beloved. You deserve all the best things in life. That means slowing down and healing that heart, opening up that heart space, connecting with yourself. Getting to know yourself is the greatest form of self-love. And to love yourself, because from that sends off an essence, an aura of love. It gives off the fragrance of kindness, peace, and gratitude. All of these beautiful things, like gratitude, like self-love, they emanate from you. People can feel that and see that before they ever see you. And people want to be around that. That makes you authentic and a magnet for all the good things, the love, the abundance, everything that you want. You deserve that. And I just recently started getting into gardening. I was about ready to throw my orchid away because it was just dead. And I read about a different way to help cultivate it, and which is true to its roots. So beloved, I want you to hear this example and see it in yourself. Finding the right soil, the right environment to support you, or in this case, a little bit of water because it's an aerated plant. Finding the right place so it can bloom, the right therapist or coach, mentor, whoever it is that can help you find that beauty within. This plant, I was ready to throw it out, but this pot, I kind of rooting for you. But in it, it was all dead, ready to die. And now I have all of these beautiful green shoots on this, and it's blossoming for the first time in a long time. Just being shown some love and being put in the right spot. Orchids can be very finicky about where they're placed. I have some that are more adaptable than others. The right environment, the right location, the right sun. So finding those things that you love to do and expressing them, or expressing parts of who you are, and they will heal you. Some beautiful ways that you can start connecting with yourself is to do some lovely things with your hands. Maybe planting, maybe painting, maybe drawing, even if you aren't good at it. And giving yourself those chances to work things out. Maybe play some beautiful heart activation meditation music to really just learn to sit with yourselves. A lot of the times we can be really afraid to sit there. We're afraid of what we're going to hear. But by just really connecting with your heart and breathing into that can help you just learn to sit with yourself and feel safe with yourself, which is a beautiful start to growing and healing and seeing the beauty in yourself. So beloved, I hope you have a fabulous rest of your day, and that you truly can start seeing just how beautiful, precious, and unique you are as you are. abuse, scars and all. And if you want to work with me, my contact info is in the description box, and I would really welcome and be honored to help you on your journey. So, beloved, have a beautiful day. Bloom where you're planted.